Welcome to Life in the God Lane. I'm Tom West. Hope that you will subscribe to my channel. Give me thumbs up. Hit the bell so you get notified every time I put one of these things out. Put one out every day. And I hope you'll share this with someone else. Give it thumbs up. Make comments. That helps a lot. And be ready to see one of these every day. Hear from me every day. This is called Do Not Steal. It's the power verse for the day for the 31st of January, 2022. It's from Deuteronomy 5, verse 19. And I call it Do Not Steal because that's the commandment. Did you know that every person has personal property rights before God? It's where this came from. Personal property rights came from God. We all own three kinds of personal property. All of us do. And Deuteronomy 5, verse 19 gets at it. Deuteronomy 5:19. You shall not steal. Pretty simple. Do not steal. You shall not steal. This is an open-ended command, and it applies to everyone the same. You shall not steal. And it applies to all three kinds of personal property. There's yourself. You are your own personal property. There's material stuff, and there's non-material stuff. None of that's supposed to be stolen. First, you cannot steal other people. Why? They belong to themselves. They're their own personal property. I am my personal property. You are your personal property. Everybody's their own personal property. We belong to ourselves. We are our personal property. If you steal another person, we call that kidnapping. Sometimes for the purpose of using people as slaves. That's why kidnapping is done often. When people stole people from Africa and brought them to this country and sold them as slaves, they stole another person. That's violating this commandment. This still goes on in other places in the world today, all over the Mideast, in China. The Uyghurs are sold into slavery and violated completely. They build a lot of the stuff they export with slave labor, not right. Stealing a person violates the 8th commandment. Second, when you take property that belongs to another person, you steal, breaking this commandment. One thing God is doing here is establishing personal property rights. We have personal property. If a government confiscates a person's land for the state, it violates this commandment. Socialism, Marxism, communism, states do that. States that are run that way do that. They confiscate people's personal property. It violates this commandment, okay? When people rush a Walgreens and steal their products, this commandment is broken. It's violated. When your house is broken into and your property is stolen, this commandment is broken. There is out of control people stealing things in this country today, and it needs to be there need to be laws enforced to put a stop to it. Third, we have the theft of non-material stuff, and it's important. A person's reputation can be stolen in the press. Happens all the time. Politicians do this. They wreck each other's reputation. It's wrong. It breaks this commandment. It's immoral. A person's innocence can be stolen by abuse and being abused by another person. If a politician gives a speech that someone else wrote and calls it his own, he stole that other person's property. We call that plagiarism. It happens all the time. If you steal a person himself, his physical property or his non-material stuff, you will limit and degrade his prosperity and usually the length and quality of his life. It damages people. That's the point. The laws, when obeyed, do not damage people, and they prosper more. They do better. They live longer. That's the point of all this. Laws should punish theft, making life better and longer. That's the point of this commandment. I will see you tomorrow.